What's going on, guys? This is Chris Macro from the spreadsheetguru.com. Today I'm going to be going over a brand new add-in that has recently come out called the Paste Buddy. And this was made by a fellow Excel blogger, John, over at excelcampus.com. And I've interacted with him a great deal over the past few months, and he's a great guy. He has a great Excel blog that has a lot of cool stuff on it, so definitely check it out. But his new add-in tries to solve this dilemma that we have with how to quickly do paste special combinations. And he goes into great detail on all the different paste special combinations that are out there, what the most efficient ways are to do them, and he even did a survey on how people paste special in different ways. So he put a lot of research and effort, and he came up with this add-in that allows you to do any paste special combination you want with shortcut keys. So I'm gonna show you how the add-in works, what its functionality is, and hopefully convince you to pick one up. So when you first get the add-in, it's gonna install into a tab in the ribbon called Add-ins, and if you click it, you will see the Paste Buddy icon appear right there. So if you go ahead and click on the icon, you get this little user form that pops up. And what is so cool about this is you can literally pick any paste special combination you can think of and assign a custom hotkey, shortcut key, to initiate it. So one of my favorite ones, and what I use this add-in for all the time, is to do a paste values and transpose combination. And since I use it so often, I usually keep it at the Control-Shift-V. Now you can do up to 12 shortcut keys, all customized. One question I've received about this add-in is what is this T and what does this S mean? Well, the T stands for transpose and the S stands for skip blanks. So I think John just shortened it to a T and an S in some of them to save space. So that's what that means. Another cool feature about this user form is you can create a little cheat sheet, and you do that by clicking on the key list button, and it gives you a little warning to make sure you want to do it. You click yes, and you see it has a little printable version of all your current shortcut keys. So you can print that, keep it by your desk in case you happen to forget one of your shortcut commands. So that's kind of another nifty feature. If I go back in here, another thing that you can mess around with is the delay for the send keys, and we'll talk about this a little bit more later on in the video, but this is how you would adjust the delay and really the code that will be executing the shortcuts. So I'm going to show you how this works real quick. I'll save and close. Remember, my shortcut for values transpose is Control-Shift-V. And what happens a lot with my Excel work is I get data from maybe a database that might be structured in this way, and I want it structured in this way, so I need to transpose it. And a lot of times it might be not only from a database where there's hard-coded numbers, but it might be from another coworker's spreadsheet with formulas, and I really just want their hard-coded number. So that's why I like using the paste values instead of doing a paste formula. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight just like I would normally do a Control-C to copy that, and actually I believe my data set starts in 2009, so I'll start down there. And I'm going to go to my chart, and I will do a Control-Shift-V, and there was my data, all hard-coded, transposed, looking good. Now you notice that a couple screens might have flashed, and the reason that happened was because he has coded this, John has coded this to where it's using send keys, or it's basically mimicking the long keyboard shortcut that you can use to do a paste special. And why he did this is because if you go back to your undo, you can undo that paste special. And that is a really handy feature, because if I were to code this in a VBA macro, I would not be able to undo that because you can't undo macros in Excel. So that's a really cool feature. And I'll just show you how quickly that allows me to do it. Now, if I was going to do that the long way, I would have to go copy, go over here, go up to the home, go to paste special, click on values and transpose, hit OK, and there we go. Now going back to that delay that I was talking about, sometimes I've found, depending on what computer I'm using, that the hotkeys might error out a little bit, and it's nothing major. It basically just types in the letters that it's coded to type. So it might type in an ESV, and that's because your computer's processing speed at that point in time is not acting fast enough. So if you go over here and you ever experience that, you can just up the send key delay a little bit and then try it again and see if it works. But that rarely ever happens to me, and luckily John had a little fix in there that you can tweak if you're on a slower computer. And that's all there is to it. It's a very simple add-in. It's helped me become a lot more efficient with my pasting abilities, pasting data from one Excel book to another. And I think you'll really enjoy it. I know John has a money-back guarantee, so there's no risk in buying it and being disappointed and not being able to get your money back. He's a very honest individual, and I think you'll really love this Excel add-in, the Paste Buddy. Until next time, guys.